Hello, VSG WLS YouTubers. This is Zach with my Week 12 update, and go ahead and start with the numbers. The last week I was at 304.4, and this week I made it to 300.6. Not quite Twonderland, just 0.7 pounds away from Twonderland, but you know what? That's fine. It's still a 3.8 pound loss this week, so that's nothing to be upset over. It's great news. So since my VSG procedure, and hi Zeke, since my VSG procedure, which took place on December 17th of this past year, I have lost a total of 92 pounds. So obviously I'm very happy about that. The losses seem to have slowed down a bit, and that's to be expected. I am going to the gym pretty regularly. I went 6 times this past week, so I took a day off. But after you get up every morning and go, it becomes like a habit. So I'm gonna stick with it. Although the first day after the time change was pretty brutal, because I actually got up at 3:30, which is like 2:30 to go work out. So, but it's become a priority for me, so that's great. I'm hoping to hit Twonderland next week. So, Zeke, what are you staring at? Jeez. Okay. The new job is going really well. There's a lot, obviously, that I forgot, or maybe never learned it in the first place, but I'm doing a lot of catching up right now, so that's not a bad thing either. Let's see what else to talk about. I'm looking down because I've got things written down, which my cat's kind of sitting on top of, so I may have to move him. So up until this point, everything's I hate to say unicorns and puppy dogs, but it's been a very positive experience for me. But as of this past week, there are a few things that are starting to get to me, and I just kind of thought I'd share them if I haven't shared them already. Obviously, I think a lot of people experience this. It's probably a bigger deal for the women that go through weight loss surgery, but the thinning hair, it was getting kind of thin up here to begin with before the surgery, but I'm looking at it now and it's really thin. So I don't know if I'm gonna shave it off or just cut it really close or start wearing lots of hats. So we'll see what that brings. I am trying to grow hair here though. It's not coming in very well. I mean, it's a couple weeks growth here. I'm going to try to go for the full beard look and see if that works for me. If not, I'll just go back to my normal. But anyway, from a health standpoint, this past week has been really bad for dizziness. I've been trying to drink everything that I can and consume as much protein as I can. I won't say that I'm perfect at it, but a lot of dizziness upon standing, or like if I'm laying down and get up, to the point where sometimes you kind of think I'm going to just fall down and pass out. So I called my surgeon, with whom I've got an appointment at the end of the week, and explained that I'm going through a lot of dizziness. And actually, it wasn't the surgeon; it was his assistant. But she said that with the amount of weight that I've lost in such a short period of time, if I was already on blood pressure medication to begin with, then chances are I have to have that medication adjusted. And I'd even talked to my family practitioner about that, and he told me to get a blood pressure monitor, which I did, and it's actually sitting right here, and to monitor it for about, I don't know, he said 3 months, I believe, and come back and we'll discuss how we can get everything taken down. Well, I'm dizzy almost every day, throughout the day, and I basically called my family doctor back, and he reduced one of my 2 blood pressure medications. So that's a step in the right direction. I'd rather, have him do it than me just arbitrarily saying, okay, I'm going to take half of this pill and only one of those pills now. I don't want to have a stroke. So anyway, so I'm dealing with dizziness right now. So hopefully that'll subside here in a bit, because it's miserable. But aside from that, I've mentioned before that I'm having difficulty finding foods that I actually enjoy eating. One of my trigger foods was pizza. I mean, that's how I got to be nearly 400 pounds to begin with. I mean, I could polish off a large pizza, not think anything of it, and go about my business. But I was kind of looking forward to being able to enjoy that, but just at a much smaller scale, and then still be able to enjoy those things that I like to eat. Well, I think I've officially gone through every pizza place that's been local to here. I mean, and every single one of them was just pretty awful. I don't know if it's just like the bread or the crust that it turns my stomach. So don't get me wrong, I know that's a great thing because I won't be eating pizza, but it's just one of those things you kind of miss having. But at least I do. But again, nothing tastes as good as being healthy feels. So I guess I need to look at it from that perspective. So next week, hopefully I can tell you that I've entered Twonderland. Actually, I weigh the first thing in the morning on Tuesdays, and I weighed in at 300.6 pounds. But after I had breakfast and I went to go work out, came back, the scale actually read 299 even, but I'm not taking that as my weight because I'm back over 300 pounds this afternoon. So we'll stick with 300.6. We'll celebrate the Twonderland victory next week, and then hopefully shortly after that I'll be celebrating my 100-pound loss, the first of two, hopefully, because I have a little over 200 pounds to lose. So I hope everybody's having a great week. Everything is going well. And I will talk to you next week. Have a great week.